Yes, sir.
Oh, this is good. This is the first.
Yes, sir. This is the first. This is the best. This is forever. Welcome, listeners, to the Highly Doubted Podcast. I'm your host, KQ Dog, and I have a special guest with me today. You know what I'm saying? Like I always been saying, I got new people almost every time. You know what I'm saying? This particular episode, I got my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? My brother from another mother, from North Carolina. He was my photographer, my day one photographer, when I was doing my movies run and the post movies run, right? 2020, post apocalyptic 2020. You feel me? And we basically had a relationship through work, and then we cultivated that through artistry with my music and his photography, and it blossomed. But that's just me giving it in. My man, introduce yourself.
My name is Gregory Black, aka the Master Pool Guy, aka Umbra, aka Shadow Knight, and I'm here with my boy KQ, and this is my first. Welcome. Hello, everybody.
Yes, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, man. So glad to have you on the podcast, man.
Thank you, man.
This is great. I love this. But no, man. Before we really get into all the shits, man. Let's talk about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, talk about the things that your story. Let's talk about your story, man. Let's hear your origin. Let's hear about it. Umbra, all these things, your photography, things that you're into, etc.
Okay. Well, I was born in Charlotte, North Carolina. I am an only child, of course, and I am still attending college, and I also started photography around about close to 2010 when I picked up the first camera, then did photography on the phone, and then when I upgraded to Canon and Pentax, now I'm on Sony A64. That's my upgrade main top dollar all of a sudden. No, I'm just kidding. It's my favorite camera. I am a YouTuber, aka Umber Shepherd. That's my YouTube gaming channel. And also I'm planning on trying to do a gaming community sooner in the future. And I'm also the collector of all animes and all that stuff. And I go to conventions every year. Depends on the convention if it's good or not. I am a artist when I was younger. I draw all kinds of anime stuff. And I'm planning on doing that. Now I'm doing like AI with all my photos and all my pictures to update it a little more. And I'm also very adventurous, so that's just the real me.
That's the real him right there, y'all. It's the real him. That's that dog. That's that dog right there, man. Y'all don't even know who this man is. Y'all gonna know who he is by the end of this episode. So I want to get right into it, right? So right off the bat, you're a photographer.
Yes, sir.
Right? That is your passion. That is your love. That is your heart. That's your baby.
Mm-hmm.
So can you talk to us a little bit about that? Like, how did that happen? How did that cultivate? How did that become your passion?
Well, throughout my journeys, or throughout from the brightest times and darkest times, as I journey, the adventure, I can say that, the Zen kind. I was trying to figure out what really makes me happy the most. And also, I'm not only just good with computers. I'm also good at almost about everything, but not almost everything, but clearly almost everything. To be honest with you, my journey, I've been going through life trying to figure out who I am as a person, but not as a person, as Gregory Black himself. What can Gregory Black can do that makes him happy? So, when throughout the journeys of all that, going to conventions a lot and seeing so many cosplayers, I was like, you know what? I want to do some photography. So I decided to pick up a camera. I didn't know where I started first. I've been waiting impatiently until I finally got my first camera. It was a Canon T-Rev 100. That's when I started. I didn't know where to start. Then my boy KQ up in here helped me out and went through process, showed me all the adventures of his world. And then also I've been journeying since KQ went his next journey. I went on my own journey, and I met so many people with different aspects of their own journey, and I traveled with them, and I've been journeying through since for that, and then also do video editing, and what else also? Also, I've been meeting so many new photographers along the journey, and meet so many new people. You could say it's like the samurai who wanders through life to find his place in the world.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot. Okay, so in terms of photography and how it's always expanding in terms of what you can use, how you can use it. That you mentioned a little bit earlier that AI is now a part of your utility belt. Like, how is that being implemented with actual photography?
Be honest with you, I've been seeing so many stuff. It is like I'm the type of dude that likes to learn new things. I ain't afraid for new challenges and new experience throughout my journey. I always want to try new things. I was like, if I complete one thing, I go on to the next challenge. And then my brain's like observing new things around me. And I thought to myself, they can do it, I can do it. And I was like, yeah, I can do what they can do. And I look at this way. My brain's just not some like just normal brains all of a sudden. My brain's like a whole expansion of a lot of things, like imaginations, ideas. It's like my brain's like a process computer, but like seriously. And to be honest with you, if every time I see something I visualize the idea, if it's something I visualize, I plan it out and how I execute it. Once my execution is set, I'd be like, yep, that's the one. I want to try this. I want to try that. It's just so much knowledge around this world that I just like to grasp and learn and advance myself to a new set of challenges, or should I say, new set of steps of a new era, or could say a new door opens to a new next steps of level in my life.
All right. No, I got you, bro. No, I hear you 1,000%. I love that. Man, since I've been in California, right? Let me segue real quick. So since I've been in California, man, I've had to restart my brand, so to speak. Start from the beginning, and I guess the way that I am in this current position, the studio and all these networking gigs I've been able to get to and get on with, it still feels like I'm a couple steps behind because I don't have a photographer. I don't have, a mentor. I don't have my manager. You know what I'm saying? I have to create that again. And it's a rebuilding process, of course, but it's always like, I be around so much shit, and I'm like, dog, if Greg was here, all I gotta do is call that man number. He here, we pull it up, we doing this shit, we out. You know what I'm saying? Like, we running it. And you send me a lot of oh right, we're gonna get into that. You sent me a lot of your pictures and your business and your website, right? So can you also so also talk about how you built your photography in your photography journey, in your career. You've now created your website, and now it's a place where people can get you. So talk about that a little bit.
Well, to be honest with you, when I had my first website, it was still up, but it was on the app, but not on the actual website. So when I did on the website, it became way different from the old one I did. So yeah, it was a lot of struggles I had to get to that point of my website and also my photography. It's like baby steps. It's not that easy to do it, but it's just how you do it, is how you plan it. If you know you're something, you gotta really work on options of how you're gonna do this. Like, you gotta plan now, set it, and execute it. It's almost every single day when it comes to, like, you go to work, you got yourself a plan, trying to execute it. You go in, do planning out, get the work done, and get out and start the process again. Regroup. What does this work? What does not work? I always trying to figure out what is the next move of my photography journey. Not only as a photographer, but also a videographer. As my photography is still building as it is, next step is videos next. And my editing skills next. I just gotta focus on one subject, then hit the next subject. Once I finish that one subject, I hit the next subject. And once that next subject, I go on to the next step. It's basically just planning out which one you can hit the easiest. This is like my dad, or hit the most hardest. Like my dad always said, like when I was in high school, my dad always told me, hit the hardest questions first, then tack the easiest. That's the way I see it. Get the hardest ones out of the way, and then once you get the easiest, you get that done much quicker. That's just like playing a route. Which one is the toughest? Which one's like a tough opponent you could take out, and which one's the easy opponent you could get it quickly done. This is the way I see things in more tactical way, kind of you know what I'm saying? Like,
I got what you're saying. Tell me the challenges that come with videography as a photographer.
To be honest with you, when I first went to the studio, it was a whole level experience. Like, it's different than the one I do videos when I did music videos back then when I was younger. And back then when I was younger, I didn't really have all this technology of it's like that old laptop, that old, them old Windows XP and all that stuff. That's the only thing I gotta have to do it. And then when I started when I started doing YouTube as gaming, is become a little bit more challenging. And I did editing on I don't only do like limited. It's like, you see what you got to learn how to work with what limited resources you got until you get to that next level. It's like, work what you got, and then once you get everything set, then move on to that. As it was a video, when I went to the studio, it was like different. It's like it's different, like different from this, like how you did in movie, like actual movies. When I got first hands, it was a challenge. To be honest with you, it was a real challenge to actually be as a videographer and also photographer. And also, to be honest with you, I almost forgot how a videographer works when I did music videos back then and then now. And then somehow my memory started coming back. I just let my imagination do the work, and I just flow with it. Just flow with the work you see and just let it be. And that's when I start processing more and more as I gain more experience throughout the journeys. I thank you, KQ, for that, and I'll be honest with you. And also that, I gotta give you the credit for that. And throughout that journey, it became a lot better, and I became more and more, and I still maintain that knowledge. And as soon as once I get better at it, I'm going to process more of those knowledge as I continue to grow.
You mentioned you love the conventions, right? The convention game. Now I know you. So the convention game is your bread and butter, right? So can you talk about? I mean, the convention. Well, this will be a convention and anime segment because they are one and the same, honestly. Talk about the like give us like people who have never been to a convention, not even on a photography level. People who've never been to a convention, what is that like, and what is what's the energy like in a convention?
Whoa, I'm gonna have to give you the lowdown on this one. This is
Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Like the lowdown. When I go to conventions, I see people who just being themselves. Like when you in the convention, you're a wholly different person. You meet people who like the same thing, not just anime, but Marvel, DC, cartoons, comic books, manga. It's a culture thing to me. It's like a nerd religion, put it that way. It's like nerd religion.
Go ahead.
Or we call it a geek religion. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand that. The atmosphere is different when you go to these conventions. You feel like you belong there. It's like a second home to you. When people who are different that see, when it comes to me, when from high school, to be honest with you, throughout school life, I feel like I don't belong those places, you know. Like when I journey through all the negativity and all the stuff, I told myself there are others like me that really want to expand their wings, just like me, as we dealt with all these negative people that blocking our path to our ultimate goal and our destiny, our time, and you know what I'm saying? It's just like when you go to conventions, it's like you feel like at home. You meet new people and you connect with them. Some may connect for temporarily, but some are connect with you permanently. And that's how I met with the people I know. I'll be honest with you. 2020 Ichiban Con was the best con in my whole life. Like, went through toxic relationships, toxic friends. Everything changes. When I went to the convention, I didn't give no flying flips about it. When I was there, I had a ball. I felt alive. And then people saying, "You the master ever gone?" Everybody was just shouting. I was like, dang, I just found people that like me. Like, you know, it's just like you feel home, like you feel welcome. You feel like you're you again, not like somebody else trying to change, like you be something you're not. But when you there, you feel like you like something just sparking, like you just, like your wings is just finally free from the dark changes. It's like you flying again. And then when you dress up, you feel like you're a different person. It's like, that's why I love conventions. Like, you meet new people, you take pictures, you connect, and you can relate, and you basically just there. It's like you're not really just at work, like you're just working, like pain. When you come to conventions, you enjoy, you breathe, and you basically breathe and enjoy and all that, and you feel like, yeah, this is where I belong. Right. Like your soul is there. Like, it's just like wow. Like, it's like you never experienced this type of energy before. And it's just like a breather. It's like you don't have to worry about bosses on your asses and all that stuff. You just feel like you're home. And I know there's some other conventions out there, and there's some other people that are like me that really do like to expand their knowledge and all that stuff.
So give me into it. Give me into you. Like, what's your go-to dress up cosplay? And let's start with that. What's your favorite dress up cosplay?
My favorite one, well, to be honest with you, My favorite one will be the Deca Master. That would be my main cosplay in the future. But my next cosplay, my next cosplay is gonna be Red Hood. That's gonna be my next goal. And when I dressed with Spider-Man, it was different because I told myself I want to do something different. I always wear the Koski jacket with Deadpool mask, and now I did it with the Spider-Man. I kind of want to change it up a little bit. So, yeah.
Have you watched the Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man movie?
Oh, me and my friend are gonna go see that next Sunday. I already seen the Rise of the Beast, and that was the best damn movie of all. Next to Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
So yeah, we gonna segue again, but we still in this. What'd you say? Geek religion. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Religion. So how do you feel with the MCU? How do you feel with the new movies, where they're taking the new direction? Do you feel like this phase will be better than the last? Do you think it has a shot?
To be honest with you, when I saw the Batman, and I'll be honest with you, the Batman, Robert Pattinson, he actually deserved that mantle next with Michael Keaton, Christian Bale, and all that stuff. And I'll be honest with you, Val Kilmer played a good Batman. I'll be honest with you. Back when I was young, Val Kilmer played a good Batman. Mm-hmm. It's just how, because I can understand his perspective, is how the script should have been, be handled it well. I can understand that. George Clooney was not that great of a Batman. Really? I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, George Clooney may be a cool, all that stuff, but he ain't up to date like the rest of the game. Like I see, that's just what I feel.
Okay,
but
hold on. Let's break this down real quick. So, I'll give you, he wasn't the best Batman, but you don't think that he was a good Bruce Wayne?
Modern. There's one thing I did not like on the DC side when they removed Henry Cavill as Superman. That kind of really shot the bullet in the leg. To be honest with you, I'm gonna be real with you. They should not do like Henry Cavill like that. It was like I can see Brian Ruff and Henry Cavill like the two best that can actually carry Christopher Reeve's legacy. Timothy, the new guy Tyler, when I see clips on him, he does a good Superman. But to me, Henry Cavill, they should not do Henry Cavill like that. I should think Henry Cavill deserves to be Superman, period, one more time until he finally hang it up. I know he's like the older, but I can understand that. But you can't deny his Superman impersonation. You kind of know what I'm saying. KQ. He's like Superman.
I got you. He definitely gives off that. No, I hear what you're saying. My question to you is, when The Rock, he was black.
Oh no! Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Oh, there, Greg. On the podcast, we have to talk about this.
All right.
He decided that he wanted Henry to be the Superman in the last cutscene.
Yes.
No, that was gonna happen.
Okay, I'm gonna be okay. That was the only good thing on Black Adam part. The whole movie was a whole terrible shot letdown. I'm gonna be as a DC Marvel fan. I'm gonna have it. Everybody said it was a good movie. Okay, it was good at first, but the way they executed, they tried to do it more like Marvel, which it didn't work. And to be honest with you, The Rock. I thought okay. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Yes, I like the idea of Black Adam. The way he played, just kind of like, no. It's just how the story is. It's like, it's just too trying to copy like Marvel type. This is just how I feel. This is just me as a DC. It's just like, the only good part is when Henry Cavill and Black Adam talk. If I would have done the script, it would have been more different. And the villain, no. The villain's like, no. It's just like, and I'm gonna be real critical on this. The girl who played that tornado girl, that should have been Starfire from the jump.
Mm.
That should have been Starfire from the jump. I wouldn't mind her. She can play a good Starfire. It's just when they did her, just no. But Dr. Fate was perfect. Perfect. I could rather see a Dr. Fate movie than Black Adam. If I would have done Black Adam, I would have get a different character.
So even with on the Marvel side, God damn it, audio's on. So I guess it is me. Fuck. So even on the Marvel side, I'm gonna say the B-list superheroes. Ant-Man, Scarlet Witch, Loki, like they have carried the Marvel universe. Not even in a movie. Well, Ant-Man is movies, but they've carried it. So they've carried it better than A-lister DC movies that are coming out, basically.
Yeah, it'd be. Oh man, I don't remember. I did see the link with the Multiverse Madness, the funny version. It actually put some truth in the strange reality. Is like, to be honest with you, it's just that. Shit, my brain is fucking up. It's just the way they put so much truth onto that. It actually makes sense. Like Strange came, you got Strange, the most powerful sorcerer. This guy's ass beat by a fucking witch. I'm like, but we already know Scarlet Witch is Omega level, so I was like, dang, you supposed to be Doctor Strange. You supposed to be the OG, like. You just got thrown down like that. Damn. Okay, the Multi-Madness was okay. It's just the funny part is when the Illuminati felt stung. The one thing I'm had to call out is Mr. Fantastic open his stupid mouth about Black Bolt. I'm like, you a dumbass. I was like, you deserve that death. I'm like, bro. You don't reveal you got a crazy psychotic witch and she just own all your asses? Damn. I'm like, damn. Like, seriously? You gonna let her own your ass? Yeah. That's basically my thoughts. But how the movies progress, stage 5 is probably the best. The way it is. That's just my opinion.
So comic books, conventions, let's get into gaming. So where are you at with the gaming tip, man? Like what are you playing? What's on your mind? What do you think game of the year is gonna be?
Since I'm playing Warframe, I'm playing anything else. If I would choose one, I think there's some other games I would play. I just haven't really checked. Dead Space probably the only thing I would like. But then they're coming out with Cyberpunk the DLC. Say about Glitch. I'm looking forward for that one. What was some other games? There was this one game you play as this shit. Man, there's so many games. It's like they got Final Fantasy. Oh yes, Tekken 8. Now that's the game. And that's one of my favorite games. Tekken 8. That's one of them games. Tekken's like been my biggest favorite series. And I'm really hoping to see that. And there was another one. That I remember. It's so long ago, my friend. It's like so many games coming out. I'm just like going through them and just see which one I could play. And there's something I cannot remember what game it is. I'm at to check back on that, you know.
No. I got you, bro. I'm pulling up the list right now. So these are I got you. This is straight from IGN, so you know how they be. The best reviewed games of 2023 so far. There are a lot of names. We're only going to talk about the ones that me and you care about, Greg. So we're going to go with, let's see. I was just going through here. Let's see. We have you don't do Legos, Lego Whack, Meet Your Maker, Resident Evil. Are you a fan of Resident Evil?
Yes, Resident Evil.
So they have Resident Evil Village VR.
Oh, that's gonna be my next list. Resident Evil Village, because when they did them third point of view, I was like, "Yo, this game will look dope." I've been telling myself, "I want to get it, want to get it, want to get it." Never got it, but I really want it. That's like my next one I want to try out. What else?
The next one on the list is well, there's more lists, but the next one, Dead Space remake, which you talked about earlier. So the remake is actually on the list to waves for this year. So, Diablo 4 that just came out. Not a big. I never got into Diablo. It looked interesting, but I never got into
it. Diablo. I don't know. There's certain games that I can actually be cool with, and there's certain games I cannot be cool with.
I got you. Hogwarts Legacy that came out early this year, and that broke records when it came out. So I feel like that's on the front runner for game here most definitely.
Yeah, my cousin was telling me about that. I was probably gonna put down my next list. That's gonna be my next list on top of that.
Next one is Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
That's the next one.
Yeah, that's the sequel for the previous one, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Street Fighter 6.
I played the app version. Okay. The only good thing about Light Street Fighter was Marvel vs. Capcom back in the old days, back in the PlayStation era. Now that was one of the games I can, I could play with. If they could do a remake of that, I'll be totally on it. If they keep their original songs, yes, I would totally play that.
Well, see, it was crazy. My favorite was Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
I played that. I guess the music was different because it wasn't moving, but then Marvel vs. Capcom 3 came out. They got the music. They got Dante and Virgil. But the OG, the only thing I like about the original one, Onslaught, he was an interesting villain. And then when 3, what was the boss like? Ultron, or was it Matt? Who was the boss of Marvel vs. Capcom 3? If I can remember.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3, the boss is Ultron.
Yeah, Ultron was cool on Age of Ultron. That was one of the cooler villains. So, yeah.
No. The boss is Galactus.
Galactus. Oh, Galactus. Yeah, remember Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer? Okay,
go ahead.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, back then you didn't think about it. Then you look at it now, it's like, shit, it was suck. It sucked.
I mean, it's still Surfer, and see, this is where it's like interesting. This is where they don't. I mean, I guess we were young when they made it, so I guess we didn't really understand because we didn't know comic books. But I guess the whole point of bringing the Silver Surfer out was to show how strong he was. But I guess to me, they didn't really emphasize his. They really didn't emphasize him like that. He was just randomly there. Like I didn't really get. It was like, but Fantastic Four: Rise of the Surfer. Yeah, like I really, I mean, he looked cool, but I didn't really understand his thing.
Yeah, they got a dude painted in silver, just looked like a statue. It's like, then they got Lawrence Fishburne voice Morpheus. Yeah, they could have done it better. If they, I don't mean to cut you off and all.
Go ahead.
Stuff. If you really think about it, if they do really a Fantastic Four, I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, I was looking on this YouTuber, and I forgot his name. They're gonna have the dude who play Kylo Ren as Mr. Fantastic. To me, I already had the guy. This is just my opinion. When the Multiverse Madness doc Mr. Fantastic, I was like, yo, why not just make a movie for him and his wife and get Jason Stamina as the thing? The Human Torch, Zac Efron will be my pick. I'm gonna give Zac Efron the benefit of the doubt. I was like, yeah, make him the Human Torch, and give Jason Stamina the thing, because he got that man.
Ever. That is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's funny as hell. But now that you say it though, that fits so perfectly.
If you really think about it,
Right.
think about it, the dude who played Mr. Fantastic actually fits that character. And his wife can actually do Invisible Woman like that. And to be honest with you, companies kind of miss opportunities. I'm gonna get Deadpool over here. It was like, see, people missing too many opportunities because they don't want to pay too much people around here, and they know they can do it and all that stuff. Thanks, Deadpool. And to be honest with you, they can actually pull it off, but they want to change it to something they can never seen before. It's like saving company money's budget. Ugh, greedy bastards.
But see, when it comes to Marvel though, like they're really good with. I mean, they have a good reputation of casting of good casting. When it comes to the Fantastic Four, they bomb it every time.
Yeah, we already. Well, to be honest with you, I never seen the one they made previously, and they got Michael B. Jordan as a Human Torch.
Oh Lord, please.
Like, okay, like to be honest with you, I never really watch it. I heard so many bad stories. I just look it up and just like, yeah, I kind of see why people hated it. So I just like skip that one. If I hear something bad about movies, I'm just gonna wait until I actually see it, instead of spending like like $12 in the movie theater, like The Last Jedi. Oh man, The Last Jedi was me and my brother saw that. I as a Star Trek fan who watches Star Wars, is also a Star Wars fan, an Obi-Wan fan, that movie just put a bad taste in my mouth. Oh my Lord.
Since George Lucas sold Star Wars to Disney. I mean,
yeah. Like $1 billion. Like, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. The Force Awakens was good. The Last Jedi was. I don't know what just happened. But yeah, this is my opinion. But yeah.
No, you're right. They didn't need to make 3 more movies. I get you.
Mm-hmm. If they would have done it right, yeah, I would.
No, there was nothing to do right. They did like. Here's my thing, right? And I had no problem. I know I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, but I had no problem with episode 1, 2, and 3. If anything, it gave me clarity of why there is a 4, 5, and 6. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So 7, 8, and 9. What was the point?
Yeah, 9.
7.
9 was disaster. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
No, I'm just saying 7 and 9. Listen, what were the 2 spin-offs of Star Wars movies?
Are we talking about between 1, 2, 3, or the 7, 8, 9 one?
7, 8, and 9. Rogue One.
Yes. Now that was a good movie.
That was a good movie.
Yes. Rogue One. Perfect to the trilogy of the original OGs. Perfect.
So that's what I'm saying. There's like I feel like it's like systematic. Like they make side movies so damn good for us to be excited for the next main movie, and it bombs.
And then when you get to the main storyline, it's like juggle all day, all night juggle. I ain't got shit on Disney. It's just how they do it was kind of no.
I think as a Star Wars fan will be good is if they go back, not forward, because a lot of history books in the lore of Star Wars way before the Skywalker. You know, there's a whole lot of Siths, there's a whole lot of Jedi, there's a whole lot of that they can get into movie wise. Not so much of like them creating new shit out of thin air.
Yeah, that's one point I agree. If they would have gone like, well, if they would have gone when the older Jedi stories, that would have made more sense, and we would have seen the creation of the Sith and the light, and you know what I'm saying? That would make a perfect sequel. The way it all began.
They do it I know they do it in the video games, the Old Republic Star Wars video.
Yeah.
But they don't do it in film or television. Well, yeah, like the only thing like cartoon wise is, I mean, as far as I care about it, the Clone Wars.
Are we talking about
both versions? Now I'll be honest with you. Only the real OGs know there's two versions, right? So I'm gonna tell you right now, the first one, oh my god, that was that shit was fire.
Dude, Mace Windu went ham on them droids, like ham.
So when they did it again, it was cool too. I wasn't mad at the second version too, but like I even like the old drawing. I even like the old drawing animation they used for the older version. It was a lot more like darker. I think I say it darker. I mean the second one too, but like the Clone Wars, when they really get into the Clone Wars, like as a Star Wars franchise, that shit is amazing.
I do be keeping up clips, I do be keeping up the videos and all that stuff, and how everything became so connected to that. The only thing I liked was when Ahsoka. I'm gonna be honest with you, Ahsoka is cool. I give Ahsoka the pass of it because I could see that. It took me a lot to grew on her, but I did like the part when Ahsoka and Anakin faced one more time the parent. You seen like Star Wars Rebels? Was that show?
Yeah, I didn't see it. I know of it. I know that's like I know that's after Ahsoka left, and I know that one. I've heard of it.
And then now they're making this TV series out of it. Yeah, I want to see that. Really want to see that. Now that's to be the next move.
Yeah, Rebels takes place over a decade after Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep up with all this stuff. It's just so much stuff, so much new TV series is coming out and all creativity. It's like, yeah, I want to keep seeing that. Like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
No, I get you. I mean, I appreciate that there are people who are able to make different series of Star Wars, but it's the universe itself. It's the Star Wars universe. So like if you want to watch the movies, you watch the movies and see how it goes from the main timeline. But then after the main timeline, you go to these cartoons to show you what happens, like around the galaxy after this happened. And then you can go to the Mandalorian, and then you go to you know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro. It's all, I love how the Star Wars franchise is keep connecting all the dots. Maybe not movie wise, but everything else but that.
Yeah. I think maybe it's just from a fan's perspective. If they do, like you said, do it right, perfect. Do it wrong is judge call. Maybe it's just what I think. Maybe just so see things like you gotta connect all the dots, like you said, connect all the dots. It's gotta be something that actually matches the timeline of the Star Wars. Like, gotta match the timeline. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I don't really know anything past. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know any. Like, do they really highlight anything past the Skywalker story?
Nah, I think the Skywalker story stays top. But
no. I'm saying, like, are there other main stories after the Skywalker series? Like, I know they made 6, 7, and 9, but what I'm saying, did they, like, was that always there, or did they make that up?
Are we talking about, okay, which one? You talking about the 7, 8, 9 one, or are we talking about just the main timeline?
the main timeline. So like, is there a story like in Star Wars lore? Is, I guess that's a question. But I guess in the what other Star Wars stories are there after the Luke Skywalker?
Not that I know of, but I know at one point between the Revenge of the Sith before getting to the Skywalker is that Darth Vader comic book actually tells more about Darth Vader more. That's the only thing I know. But after that, not that I know of. That's just me.
Well, I guess that's what I'm saying. Like, if Star Wars wants to continue to, be relevant, instead of, I mean, because listen, George Lucas sold it to Disney, so he's not going to make any more material regarding Star Wars. So everything else them from has to go past, not forward, because that I feel like in a way, Star Wars, the way that they did it in a weird way is they started at the end. So like the end was when the first 3 movies came out, like when 6, 7, and 8. No, I'm sorry, I'm fucking up.
4, 5, 6.
When 4, 5, and 6 came out, right? That was the ending of a story. And when they made 1, 2, and 3, that was the beginning of the story. From a film standpoint, anything else after that, if that was the end of the story, you basically can't really make anything else after. So you would have to just keep on, like, what happened before Anakin Skywalker? What happened before Qui-Gon Jinn? What happened before Obi-Wan Kenobi? What happened before? You know what I'm saying? So that's where I think they're making other cartoons right now where like they're showing Qui-Gon Jinn as Count Dooku's Padawan, right? It shows how Count Dooku went to the dark side. So like, I think what they're doing is just slowly backtracking to where you'll see how the story unfolds from the beginning. It's kind of weird. It's kind of dope, but it's very Quentin-ish. But yeah, no, like I think the trend that I've seen we can get off this after, but the trend that I've seen after this with Star Wars is most, if not all, of the Siths, or the ones who consider to be on the dark side, were once upon a time Jedi. Like every single Darth that was a huge menace, light, or the Jedi Order was once upon a time, and that speaks to the Jedi Order.
Yeah.
Shit. I think we done covered everything, man. Anything we didn't cover yet?
Not that I know. That's pretty much it.
That's everything. Okay, well, because I wanted to make sure we covered the photography, make you cover the gaming, all of that shit. But nah, man, I appreciate you being on the podcast, dog.
No problem. It's been a while. It's like first time being on the podcast. This is just adventurous.
Well, this would be one of many, bro. You're always welcome to come back on the podcast. If you got something on your mind, you got a brand, you got something going on, I'm always going to have you, come here and speak your shit, man.
I just want to say, just keep up to date and all that stuff. We might do more next. You got anything else for me?
I mean, not as far as the East Coast is concerned, no. But I mean, I have some things that are on, that are obviously like more, in state, in California. But, hey, you already know when I start making moves out back on the East Coast, you definitely go get a call, man.
Yeah. That would be dope. I'm telling myself I want to try to get up to Cali. There's one thing I want to do is go to Comic-Con. That's the only thing I want to go. LA, that's the one thing I want to go. LA Comic-Con. That's like the main. It's like WrestleMania, okay? I'm gonna be honest with WrestleMania. That's the WrestleMania of all things of geek culture. That's the WrestleMania. No. The WrestleMania of all geek cultures. Japan is like the holy ground, the Valhalla, the heavens of all where Japanese comes in anime. That's with the holy grail.
No, you ain't getting no disagree from me. That's facts.
I'm gonna tell you, when you go to Japan, it's like, It's like I told myself I want to go to Japan one day, and I was like, this is the holy grail. It's like all Japanese, like for real, the Japanese of everything. That's like the sanctuary of all anime, manga. You know what I'm saying, KK. You know what I'm saying.
Definitely, man. Set your shit up, man. So you can get out there to Japan, man. See Tokyo, see all the Kyoto, all the dope places, bro. Most definitely.
Shit, I go to Japan. It's like I'm a different person. I was like, you probably think I'm probably going to speak Japanese right now.
It's gonna. Hey, shit. We gonna. Hey, listen. That's a conversation for a whole other podcast. But we gonna get you back on, bro. And again, thank you, listeners, for listening, man. This is again the Highly Data Podcast. I'm your host, KQ Dog, and we will be back with more. Peace.
Peace.